There isn't a single person out in the world who hasn't heard about Terminator or Schwarzenegger's iconic line,
"I'll be back."
Since the first Terminator movie premieres, this franchise has become a cult favorite, with many fans all across the globe waiting patiently for another sequel. Well, we bring good news. There is a 7th installment in the works, and here's all we know about it.
That's your little Terminator kid?
His name is Mateo.
Before we dive into the 7th movie and tell you everything there is to know about it, we'd like to take you back a bit and explore the entire franchise before we move forward. If you have been a fan of this franchise, then you already know that it's possibly one of the oldest franchises, with its first movie premiering in the 1980s, and there's still a lot of talk about it. With 6 movies so far, it's also one of the longest living franchises, and there's no doubt that it made a great impact on Schwarzenegger's career. It's a one-action series about which everyone is aware, whether they've seen it or not. The 1980s film has some different kind of vibe that attracted a massive fan base that patiently waited to see each following sequel. If you ask die-hard Terminator fans which movie was their favorite, you'll quickly notice how so many respond with Terminator 2: Judgment Day. This sequel broke ground in more ways than one, but it also told a complete story and raised the bar so high that no follow-up could top it. Throughout the years, there have been various Terminator sequels, each with this unique premise. The last movie that premiered in the franchise was Terminator Dark Fate, which was set to revive the entire franchise. This movie was a direct sequel to Judgment Day, however, many fans still believe it to be a flop compared to the other films in the franchise. But the one thing that the 6th installment managed to do just right, and that was the reunion of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger as T-800. All of this brings us to further discuss the future of this franchise. A few years ago, director James Cameron shared his idea for a new Terminator trilogy, with the 6th installment intended at the start. According to Cameron, the 7th sequel has been in talks forever now, and even though he has been continuously asked about it, he has managed not to reveal anything.
And I always believe that dreams aren't just the image, there's also a kind of narrative metadata that runs with it, an image.
But with the reveal of a new trilogy, the possibilities of getting another film are quite high. In addition, we could also be looking at Terminator 8 in the future, after Cameron departed from the Terminator franchise, done so already. But no, everyone tried to make each other's movie a hit, however, there wasn't much success. Now that Cameron is ready to return, only time can tell whether the sequel will bring back all the glory Terminator once had. So to confirm that this movie is happening wouldn't be completely wrong. After the 6th film, many cliffhangers were still unanswered, and fans are eager to learn about this. In an interview, Cameron revealed that there are enough things that are relevant for 3 movies. He said that he spent weeks figuring out what type of story he wanted to tell. Although it isn't official, this is a confirmation for sure that we should expect at least 3 more films before the entire franchise concludes. All of this sounds quite promising, and for now, it appears that the film is in very early development. We believe they're still working on the script, and once that's done, they could be ready to further move toward filming and production. Since the 7th installment has been unofficially confirmed, many fans speculated when it might be available in theaters. In the past few years, many fans predicted that the movie could premiere in 2023, but sad news everyone, we're already in 2023 and the filming hasn't even begun. Also, not many details have been revealed surrounding this film. It's hard to predict when a movie will be released when everything revolving around the film is being kept tightly under wraps. However, we can still speculate. We have all been curiously waiting to hear about the release date of Terminator 7. Initially, we all believed that it would come 2 years after the 6th installment premiered, but as the years went by, we noticed that this won't be the case. When you look back at all of the Terminator movies and their release dates, you'll notice that each one of them followed a gap of 4 to 6 years between them. The last 2 films were released in 2015 and 2019. If you follow this, the release date for this one should be in 2023, but from everything we've gathered so far, it appears that it will likely be at least 2 more years before we get the chance to see it. So it appears that the best guess is that the 7th movie will premiere sometime in 2025. They should be able to premiere at the end of 2024, but for that to happen, they must start filming it as soon as possible.
What's the point? We can't win.
Legion didn't exist until humans created it. We made that thing.
Since Dark Fate has brought us both Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger, we would only expect that the 2 of them will return for another adventure. Many have pointed out that Schwarzenegger has already been attached to this movie, but the actor has yet to respond to these rumors. When it comes to the Terminator franchise, one of the most loved characters has been T-800, and the way Schwarzenegger managed to portray him. Not having him in a sequel might be heartbreak for many devoted fans. Since the previous film left a few cliffhangers, it's expected that this one will follow up on that, and in doing so, it will bring back all of the characters we've previously seen. Apart from Hamilton and Schwarzenegger, two other actors that are likely going to return are Edward Furlong and Natalia Reyes.
I saved 3 billion lives. But I couldn't save my son.
We're still waiting for the confirmed cast list of everyone that will be included in this project. We will likely see a bunch of new faces as well, but there are still not many details out there. Additionally, we've also to consider the fact that maybe not all actors will be willing to return. As much love we have for this franchise, it's not up to us to decide who we want to see or not. At the end of the day, if the actor decides to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, if they decide to part ways with a role, we might not be able to see them again. However, we're keeping our fingers crossed that each character from the previous movie will make a comeback. Okay, now we have come to the most exciting part of this movie, and that's the storyline. Previously, we've mentioned that not many details have been revealed about it, but take a closer look at the 6th movie and you might notice just what could happen next. Also, quick note, some have said that this movie might be a direct sequel to the last movie, while others say it will be the film that will change everything. Which one is true? We don't know, but from what we've learned from Terminator 6, we can speculate a bit on where the upcoming movie will land. In the last movie, we saw a new powerful and deadly Terminator appearing named Rev-9, which was named after Danny Ramos. Her life is in danger, and the only way for her to survive is to join forces with Sarah, Connor, and Grace. However, Rev-9 is powerful, and that's why they all need help from none other than T-800. Each Terminator so far has had extremely interesting storylines, and we expect to see the same thing in the next movie. According to Cameron, he wants this film to be focused largely on the latest technology available in the world, the greatest invention of all time, artificial intelligence. The concept is still evolving, but he wants the film to focus less on bad robots gone crazy and more on AI. Moreover, there have been a few fan theories in which it was described that Terminator 7 might be a continuation of Terminator 6. It's hard to say which direction they'll go in, but until more has been revealed, all there is left for us to speculate what could happen next. Hopefully, 2023 will be the year when this film will finally begin filming, and fingers crossed that we'll see it by 2025. Until then, check out this video next.